Hey guys, What here, and today I'm going to be doing What If Naruto Was Neglected Part 4? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Part 4, right? So I was supposed to do this yesterday, but yeah, came home at like 3, because that's when my school usually ends. I said I was going to take a little nap, then I was knocked out somehow from 3 to fucking 8. And the only reason I woke up was because I was hungry, and my dad called me for dinner. So yeah, I'm very sorry for that. And because of this, I'm going to be doing this video. And tomorrow, the first one to comment on this video, or to comment what they want me to do next, I'll do their what if. But it has to be a what if that's like already on the channel, because I don't have time to make a new what if, because I'm already making, or trying to make a 600 sub special thumbnail for what I'm going to do and the plot line for it. So yeah, now that's good. Let's get straight into the story. So we cut back to the USJ. I mean, yeah, the USJ. It's like a small flashback, right? I know, sorry, UA. We cut back to UA, and this is the next day after what had just happened, and everyone's completely terrified of Izuku, because remember, even though he's an assassin, and it's one of the occupations. It's not that doesn't mean it's a good one. Like, he lives by killing people. But then again, he kills people with morale. So, he only kills really villains. And, fake heroes like Stain. That's why his name is so out there, right? He's someone that even Stain looks to as a true hero. Not an assassin, a true hero. So that's what he sees. Or, that's what they all say. And, they're all talking in class about how dangerous Izuku is, and they're lucky that they didn't get too attached to him. And, the bastards, or that's what I usually like to call them, they agree on it too. Because remember, they're trying to get Izuku to, never be a hero. At some point, it went from them just, not wanting him to be a hero to them just being fucking dicks, right? So, yeah, that's technically what happened. And Shoka's there sitting, and she looks at Izuku's seat, which is beside her. So, has a small flashback to when, Izuku sat beside her. And this kind of makes her shed a tear. When Izuku left, Shota oh sorry, Shoka, damn it. Shoka got a lot colder, and I mean a lot colder. Like, she would only ever speak to her siblings besides Shoto, if anyone at all, right? And yeah, if anyone at all. That's really who she spoke with. People in class tried talking to her because they know that she must have felt sad, and they're trying to make her resent Izuku. So are the bastards. But Shoka knows better, and that Izuku isn't really dangerous. And plus, on the news it even said that he only really killed villains and faked heroes. So, like, was he really that bad? And, this made her think, and, she was hella depressed. They go through the sports festival. I'm gonna skip that because Izuku's not gonna be there. You know, that's like a 3 week time skip. After the sports festival, that's like a 3 week time skip. So, yeah. They get the 2 weeks off, they train, then they come back for the sports festival. Let me just set it right, okay? Uh, Izumi wins the race. Um, Izumi also wins the what's it called, cavalry battle. Shoka comes. Fuck. Should I make her first or second? Uh, she's the best girl in this. She's gonna be first. She somehow beats Izumi. What? Sorry, when the fuck did I use somehow? She has fire and ice, and Izumi only has fucking telekinesis, right? I forgot to tell you. Telekinesis doesn't stop abilities, right? So you can use telekinesis to, like, put it around you and like move you around, but that doesn't stop you from using your quirk, right? So let's just put telekinesis on Katsuki, right? She can still use her explosion to start blasting towards shit. Start blasting towards her, right? So that's technically what happens. Um, when Shoka thought that she caught Izumi thought that she caught Shoka. And she gets a little smart and starts taunting her. Shoko here was secretly starting to condense her fire. That's not what I mean. Like, she was condensing her fire inside of like her fire side, right? And there was only small embers visible, right? And Izumi thought, oh, that's her trying to use her quirk. And I forgot to mention that the telekinesis does stop it for a fucking decent amount. but not enough to stop her from compressing it and then fucking shooting it out like a beam. So that's what she does, right? As soon as Izumi has her guard all the way down, like she's not expecting anything. So Shoka sees this as the perfect time, right? She somehow, by some miracle, pushes through the telekinesis just a bit, raises her hand facing towards Izumi, and a massive wave of fire shoots at her. She catches Izumi off guard, and she gets her shit flown, bro. She gets her shit flown off the map. No, flown out of the stadium, right? And she's into a wall, knocked out cold. She's not waking up anytime soon, right? And the whole crowd goes wild. They're like, shit, Endeavor's daughter just be All Might's daughter. Hey, the new number one hero is here. Or, possible number one hero, right? You guys are asking how she beat Shoka. I mean, Shoto. Yeah, how Shoka beat Shoto, right? Easy. Shoto's still a little bitch boy, so he doesn't use his fire. Bitch boy daddy issues. Hey, if I went through that too, I would resent my dad. But I wouldn't resent my quirk. Like if I could use fire and ice, you know how many abilities I could create with that, bro? Like, oh, shit, bro. I'll just be fucking dual wielding. Okay, so yeah, I need to stop ranting. But I have to admit, fire and ice is a pretty good power in a world where people could be born with ability to scratch out your eye sockets. So like, yeah. I know she won. They go in. They pick their hero names. Shoka's gonna be Frostfire, cause why the hell not? Yeah, her name is gonna be Frostfire. Izumi's name is gonna be Kinesis, cause why the hell not? Katsuki's name is Ground Zero. Katsumi's name is Zero Ground, because I'm too lazy to actually find any shit. And Shoto goes with his name, because he's still got them daddy issues. So he goes with his name. Everyone else is the same. And yeah, they go to the what's it called? Fuck. They go to the internships. Yeah, internships. Sorry. How did I forget that? It's very obvious. They go to the internships, and Shoto and wait, is Shoto still gonna be there? Actually, yeah. Yeah, after being defeated by his sister so easily, Shoto decides he's gonna train with his fire with his dad, and Shoka decides the same thing. So they go there, and that's simply where they go. And they start training. Izumi goes to Gran Torino, cause I'm gonna say she doesn't have full Kaling yet. So yeah, Katsumi and Katsuki go to the same person, cause twins and all that shit. They think the same. So that's where they go. And while what's it called? While Shoto and Shoka are doing their internships. Damn, I keep on calling one of them Shoto. Shit. Shoto and Shoka do their internships. There is Izumi, right? She's gonna do everything that Izuku technically did, right? Just like she's gonna have a high percentage of one for all. One for all full count like 6%, right? So I don't. That's probably not stronger. It's probably the same as Deku's, but I don't really care right now. So yeah. So how do I say this? So wait, fuck yeah. Shoka comes out of nowhere. No, I mean Izumi runs into Ida and Stain again, right? And she texts Shoka and Shoto. They rush over there, right? And when they rush over there, they see Izumi on the ground, about to get stabbed again, until they both send their ice at him, right? Stain jumps over this pretty easily, and he's fighting both Shoto and Shoka with ease. Why? Because I'm gonna say that Stain is like just stronger, right? But think about it. If Izuku exists and he's already a hero killer, right? Stain is gonna look up to that and see him as someone who is like his rival. So he's gonna start training a lot harder to match up to Killer 7 or Izuku, right? And he wipes the floor with Shoka and Shoto. And right before he stabs Shoka, out of nowhere, Black Flash appears, and we all know who it is. We all know who it is. We can't, guys. A black flash with a black cloak, a sword, and his hood up. And he has his sword out, currently blocking the attack. Why isn't the sword falling apart? He's holding it with ki. Easy. You guys are asking, how the fuck did he find where the hell Todoroki? How the fuck did he know that Shoka was about to get her stuff beat? Right? I'm gonna tell you this, okay? So right now he has been practicing with his what's it called? His hockey, right? He's gonna have fucking medium levels of hockey, right? He can use hockey on his sword and move it within like a 10-meter radius, and use it on stuff on that, right? But he doesn't have enough control yet to do the higher advanced one. He does have the higher advanced. He does have the final version that we've seen of observation hockey, which is future sight, and he has been training with what's it called? He has been training with Conqueror's hockey. Don't get me wrong, he has been training with that too. So the way he saw Shoka was because of his will, right? Technically, hockey works around will completely, right? Like, that's what it's centered around completely. Like, you cannot tell me otherwise. I just watched a video about this. So it's centered completely around will. If that's wrong, then tell me in the comments or anything like that. So his will is a bit different, right? His will is pretty much fucking cold, right? But his will has two main instructions, right? To rid the world of evil and to keep Shoka safe, right? And he was meditating in Zanmu, and he's been meditating for a good fucking 8 hours, right? His future sight activates, and he sees Shoka about to get stabbed through the fucking back of her chest, right? Her back. And he's like, oh shit, it's not gonna happen like this. So he rushes over there at high fucking speeds, bro. Like this is the fastest he's ever gone, right? And he goes there and he blocks it. Cut to where we are now. So he's like, Shoka, you okay? And he's like, Izuku, is that you? And Izuku nods his head, and Izumi and Shoto are like, you killer, you shouldn't talk to Shoka and all that shit, and and you don't deserve her, and you shouldn't even be here. And Izuku just says, shut up, you guys would be dead without me. And Izuku turns to Stain, and Stain's like, my rival, someone else who kills villains and fake heroes. It's nice to see you. And Izuku, he pretty much just nods, and he starts to put hockey around his sword, right? And they go for that sword fight. Even though who's it called? Even though Stain is dual wielding, Izuku's putting up a pretty good fight. Because remember, he just has that pure skill, right? Technically, Izuku exceeds Stain in every single aspect ever, except for quirk, because he doesn't have a quirk. So he exceeds Stain in every single one of those, hands down, right? This is like comparing a Jonin to a Kage, right? It's not gonna work. They're gonna get clapped eventually. So he landed this pretty well, right? And Izuku decides that he's gonna uh you know start actually trying, right? So his eyes start to glow a brighter red, and his sword gets what's it called? And his sword gets broken into pieces, right? This is by Stan. Stan's like, ha, your sword's broken. You should have taken better care of it. And Izuku, he just kind of smirks, and he's like, Stan's like, why are you smirk? And before he can even say anything else, right, he gets attacked by the pieces. And remember, these are hockey infused pieces, right? So they do some damage, right? But people in MHA seem to even Izuku, right? If Izuku was constantly getting beaten the shit out of with explosions, and he somehow survived with no scars at all. Like people in MHA, no, My Hero Academia must be having some kind of enhanced durability from the fucking start, bro. Like, because if you did this to any fucking 4-year-old kid, right, they would easily get their shit burned, right? Easily get their shit burned, and have fucking scars. But there, it is what it is. So they all attack him, right? And remember, Izuku's going not hard, but also not easy, right? So he's tearing apart Stain's tendons, so that he can't walk and can't move his arm, and he's hitting pressure points, so that he can't move his arm and his body. So Stain is pretty much knocked out, and while he's knocked out, um, they can hear Endeavor coming. They see him blast like fire into the air. So they see him, and Izuku asks Stain a very weird question. He's like, Stain, will you join me? Stain's confused. He's like, what do you mean? And he's like, I need allies. And I only trust a very few. You're one of those few. So will you join me? You know, Stain looks at Izuku, and he's wide-eyed. He sheds a few tears because realize, right? This is someone who he looks up to and sees as a rival, right? So for him to acknowledge Stain as being one of the people he trusts the most is fucking amazing, right? And this isn't the first encounter that Stain and Izuku have had already, right? They've had a few encounters, so it's not like it's the first time meeting. So he's Stain nods and he's like, yes, yes, rival. No, yes, Seven. Yeah, that's what he's gonna call him now, Seven. And Izuku nods his head, carries him up, and he turns around to see Shoka, kind of crying. He's like, Izuku, don't leave. But Izuku shakes his head and says, I have to go. I have someplace to be. I'm about to rule someplace, actually. Be their new leader. And if you're with me, you're gonna be in danger. I'm sorry. And he flashes away. You know, Endeavor comes in. He sees fucking Izumi, Ida. I know, so Ida's knocked out, right? So Ida's knocked out. Izumi, Ida, Shoka, and Shoto. And one random ass hero knocked the fuck out on the floor. No, sorry, Izumi, Shoto, and Shoka aren't knocked out. So yeah, shit, yeah, they aren't knocked out. So technically, they go back, and Shoka, what's it called? No, technically Izumi starts blaming Izuku, saying that he's the one that caused this attack, and that he's the one that attacked them, right? But they're talking to this like detective that All Might knows. So he's like, this is a lie. What really happened? So Shoka then explains, only one telling the truth, that they're about to get killed by Stain, and then Izuku saved them, asked Stain to join him, and he did. I everyone's eyes widen, because think about this, right? Stain is someone who could be ranked as the freaking number one vigilante ever, right? He's someone who could be ranked as number one vigilante. So for him to join up with someone who is the fucking top second assassin, only to probably the strongest person in the world at the moment, right? So think about this, right? So he's like, shit, what type of team is he making? And yeah, the member of these teams, I haven't really thought of it yet, but he is gonna have a team, right? It's gonna be like 7 people, or should be 7 people, because I'm gonna remake the 7 Killers of Zanmu again, because they're pretty fucking lit. And I might give Stain like a key ability, or teach him key, or I might even teach him like hockey. Maybe I'm gonna teach him like art. Maybe I'm gonna teach him like armor and hockey, to put on the swords. But it's not like he's gonna need it, because he's pretty much fucking OP. So yeah, he got told that, and everyone, is shocked, right? And Green Psychic and Alma are in the room, Inko and Toshi, and they're all shocked, because because like I said before, right? Two of the strongest people are teaming up, which means that the team he's making is gonna be fucking OP. So he turns to Izumi and is like, Izumi, we need to do some training now. If Izuku ever turns on us, or when Izuku turns on us, we're not able to fight back, we're done. And Izumi nods her head, and it never looks to Shoto and Shoka, and is like, you two will become number one. So for that, I need to train you guys even harder, so that no one will ever stand in your way. So Shoto nods his head, pretty fucking obediently, like a dog. But Shoka, she's like a bit hesitant, right? but she is training. But she isn't training with the the mindset to like defeat slash kill Izuku. He's going with the mindset to like join Izuku, like either join Izuku or get Izuku to come back, right? And shit, should I do the part after this? Uh, should I? Fuck. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna do the part after this. That's pretty much it for this part. Sorry, it's not longer, but yeah, I have to really think up the story, right? The funny part is that I didn't even think of recreating the seven shadow killers. I mean, the seven killers of Zanwu up until like right now, right? And I never thought I would make Stain join Izuku. That just popped in my head. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, I hope you guys like this one. It didn't have much plot to it. Actually, it did have a bunch of plot. What the fuck am I talking about? This is gonna be like a very important part. It didn't have much details to it. Sorry, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And see you next time. Peace out.